Hello, this is John Locke, and today I want to talk about toxic links. The types of links that you will see sometimes in SEO reports. Now, I've seen several different people ask this question over a period of the last few months, lots of different people. Generally, they'll be using some sort of SEO tool. I don't think Ahrefs has this links labeled as toxic. I think it's more SEM Rush. They have reports that you can do on your site, and when you look at your link profile, sometimes they will label things as toxic, like meaning that they might harm your SEO. So the question that generally comes up when it comes about these toxic links that you might see in your SEO software's link report: do I file a disavow file with Google? And the answer is no, no, no. Don't file a disavow unless you have actually legitimately hired an SEO that went off script and did a bunch of rogue black hat link building. Because otherwise you're basically admitting to Google that you have tried to manipulate search rankings. That's what the disavow file basically is in 2019. It's an admission of guilt that you have engaged in shady link building practices. So let's look at the types of links that get labeled as toxic by SEM Rush and some of these other software tools. So generally, the most obvious would be links from either scraper sites, low quality sites with lots of duplicated content, obvious spam, or negative SEO attempts like links from porn sites, Viagra sites, gambling sites, anything that's low quality or shady like that. Some people perceive that as a negative SEO attack. But the reality is of what Google does with these links is, for the most part, it ignores them. For the most part, it ignores links from scraper sites. I watch what other people do with SEO, and I see SEOs in other cities that rank for, the city plus SEO, and some people will try and point these types of links at their site, all kinds of nasty things. And guess what? Those people still rank. So I don't think that really has anything to do with it. The only time where I could see these types of toxic links hurting you would be if you have really done no link building up to this point. Then it might have an effect. But if you have done a modicum of link building and you've tried to get links from other sites, strategic partners, local directories, industry types of sites, maybe a guest post here or there, then these sorts of things are just going to bounce off like bullets off of Superman's chest. They're not really going to do anything to you. But I think what a lot of people are asking about this is, especially with people who build websites for a living, like web designers, SEOs, marketing people, branding agencies, anybody that deals with websites. Sometimes you'll see at the bottom like a credit in the footer, like the site was built by this person or designed by this person or this agency. And there's a lot of disinformation that came about. A lot of people started saying that this can hurt your SEO, and a lot of people point at Google representatives making a vague statement in the past about, hey, we don't want you to do this. But they've never actually said that these actually hurt your SEO. And if you really go back and listen to what these Google representatives say, a lot of the times it's intentionally vague because they want to kind of throw you off the track a little bit. Now, I don't believe that footer links are all super important. Site-wide links are generally looked at as one conglomerate link. So if you have a link that reoccurs in the sidebar or the footer of a page somewhere, that's generally going to be looked at as one massive link. But the footer links are really not going to pass that much power. And the reason being, Google has a patent on the probability that a link will be seen and clicked on. And if you really think about it, in the main content of the page, that's where links have the most power and the most authority to pass PageRank. And then the sidebar, that's a little bit less. At the footer, it's a lot less. Because most people don't scroll down to the very bottom of the page. And at the very, very bottom of the web page, there might be a link out. Now, there's a lot of legitimate cases where there's footer links or sidebar links, and most notably where there's corporations where they have different entities and they have different properties and different websites that they want to link to. In publishing, in manufacturing, sometimes in all different areas, there are times when a corporation or a site that's part of a larger network might link to other sister sites within that network or within that company. Are these unnatural? Probably not. You're wanting to leave a link that's natural, and I think that that's what Google has the problem with, is unnatural links. But if you're a web designer or a web developer or SEO and there's a link at the bottom of the page and your clients know about it, I don't really consider that unnatural, and I don't think Google does either, because I see a lot of people ranking for local SEO in all different types of cities and markets with nothing more than a bunch of these footer links that point back to their site. So I think that there is something to that, even if Google tries to get people to not do it. You know, toxic links, don't disavow what a SEO tool tells you is a toxic link. If you're getting like all of your advice from an SEO tool, that can often throw you off, and I've seen this happen where people really get thrown off and they start filing disavow files. You know, you're not going to stop scraper sites from you know, getting your content and then linking back to you. You're not going to stop you know, people from building rogue links to try and, you know, knock you down like a rival. Google ignores these, and you should too. You really should not file a disavow file for anything unless you have legitimately done some really bad link manipulation and there's no other way. The best thing to do is just ignore it. So this is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. We help manufacturing and industrial firms with SEO. And if you have an SEO question, leave it in the comments below. We'll answer it out. We're posting videos every week. We'd love to see you subscribe. Until next time, peace.